All right, so I was sitting here preparing for this message that I had. I felt called to pull some cards, and I'm sitting here, and a beautiful cardinal comes and sits right in front of my window. And it took me back because cardinals are one of my like spirit animals. It's like one of my main ones that comes to visit me. And that took me back. And then right after that, I was in a meditation and I heard a bird like cuckooing. So pay attention to birds as signals from your loved ones coming through, or if they're also your little spirit animal as well. This is definitely a sign for you. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a few oracle cards, and then I'm going to dive into some tarot. This is going to sound so bad. I don't remember the names specifically of each specific card, like the authors and things. I just pull them, and then whatever messages come through my channel, then I relay them to you. So, okay. We have one already popping out. Highest messages for the person or anyone who is coming to watch this. Highest messages, please. I'm going to take 3 cards. Or we already have 3. We'll pull 2 more. 2 more cards, please, Spirit. Thank you. It's too many. Sometimes they come out doing like gymnastics, and that's a lot of fun. Okay, so we have the crumbling, deep replenishing, and a grandmother of Jesus, starseed, and share your voice. So the crumbling card to me reminds me of like the tower moment card in tarot, where things are falling down in order to realign into place. A lot of people think that the tower moments are like death and do all is what I hear. Like it's the end of time, and it really just clears out any resistance that we've been holding on to that is not in alignment with where we're going. So tower moments actually come to serve us in order to get us back on track when we've kind of like veered off the path a bit. So it's asking, what are you clinging on to? What are you clinging on to? A lot of times when we resist the change, when we're holding on to things that don't serve us, whether it's like, that could be relationships, that could also be with food, that could be with limiting beliefs and different thoughts that come through that just really aren't serving us anymore. Or sometimes when we hold on to the past, when our energy is trying to move forward, we are evolving beings. So basically what that means is there's no way we can hold on to anything, because we don't even take anything with us in the afterlife besides the imprint on like memories and different experiences. So the physical stuff we can't take with us, but the way that we feel and the impact that we've had with other people and in other places is what we get to hold on to. The second one is deep replenishment. So it's talking about refilling yourself back up. Maybe you've been draining your cup out too much and you've been neglecting yourself. So really calling you back into yourself. And sometimes that means even sitting down, being quiet. Netflix and chilling is also a way to self-love. You'll hear on the internet that some people say like, oh, you've got to quit Netflix, or, you've got to stop watching shows. Well, sometimes that's actually a way for us to fill our cup up if that is what makes us happy. I'm a big proponent, and I share with all of my clients on doing the things that make you happy, regardless of what anyone else thinks or says, because no one else is you living out your own experience. And those things can come and serve us as well, or actually get you to sit down, and it can trigger, depending on what you're watching, it can trigger an emotion that you've actually been holding on to. Okay, say you've been repressing like sadness or grieving, and you just stuff it. Or, maybe you haven't laughed in a while and you put on like a rom-com, or, a walk to remember if you're like from the 90s. Just a movie that gets the emotions going. That's what a movie does. It taps into the emotions. It gets you in this like hallucinogenic if that's even a word. Like, I'm trying to say it, like, it gets you in this, like, you buy into this story of the things that are going on the screen, and then the next thing you know, now you're angry, and now, you know, now you're sad. You go through this, like, whole roller coaster of emotions. And so, actually sitting down and allowing yourself to watch something is actually going to serve you in letting things go. The next one you have is Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the lights, laying foundations, and the divine plan. So what's really beautiful about this is it's talking about, like, okay, we're going to let things go. Maybe we're going to Netflix and chill. And then I'm going to begin laying down a new path, okay? So this angel here is coming in to support you with that. So you can always call her into your space to support you in the divine plan that is laying out for you. And something to also think about too, when you're seeding the light and laying the foundations of the divine plan, is you ask yourself what lights you up, okay? What lights you up? And that way you're going from letting go of the things that are not in alignment with who you are, and you're able to replace them with healthy things that actually bring life to your spirit. The next one you have is share your voice. So coming out of the cave, persecution and expression. So to me, the things that light you up can also be the things that are authentic to your soul. Okay, that's where we're trying to get to, is really crumbling the things that are not in alignment anymore. They may have served at one point in your life, but they just don't anymore, and that's okay to release them. And also, if you're having a really difficult time releasing things, a really great question to ask yourself is, what are the prices that you're paying for holding on to something that is no longer serving you anymore, no longer in alignment, no longer really bringing purpose to your path? So something to keep in mind. And also, it's you, for some of you, it's like, you know, you've been going from, like, I'm hearing the mundane, like you've done the same things for years and years and years. And it can actually be like, the feeling can be scary, even though it's not scary to do. Just the fear of letting go of whether it's a past belief or a different lifestyle or shifting your career. Like, if you've been getting the intuitive nudge of, like, it's really time to go. Sometimes what can happen is, you know, our thoughts are answered prayers. So when we go throughout our day and all of a sudden we get fired from our job, or, you know, just something goes in a way that we weren't expecting, which called in a tower moment. What that's doing is, yes, realigning, and you keep hearing me say this, but it's so big, where it's inviting you to express your authentic self and what actually lights you up. So let's dive into some tarot. I'm gonna use one of my favorite decks. I'm gonna use two decks. I feel called it the original deck, and then there's this one. Some of you know. This was actually my first deck. It's one of my favorites. You know, I'm a big visual person, and so this deck is a little more masculine, where this deck is, like, way more feminine. That's masculine, but, like, that's masculine too. Oh man. All right, we've got some messages coming through, but anyways, this deck is a little more masculine, a little more feminine, a little more, like, artistic. And growing up, I've always been a visual person, and so I just love the details and the animations that come with this deck. So, Spirit, they're already starting to kick off. All right, and my body's getting hot. All right, we've got some energy to transmute. So, Spirit, calling you into this space, please share the highest messages for our friends here that are watching this video whenever it is. It is currently March 4th as I'm recording this. However, time does not exist in the spirit realm. That is a man-made structure to keep everyone organized and on time here on the planet Earth. So, all right, highest messages for my beautiful friends that are here listening. Highest messages, please. Thank you. Thank you. Nice. Nice. We've got Justice, Two of Cups. Nice. The Empress. Beautiful. Beautiful. Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups even came out. I don't know if you saw it. Nine of Cups looks like this. Nine of Cups was on the bottom of the deck when I was shuffling earlier for those who saw. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. 2 more cards, please. 5 of Wands. We saw that earlier. Did I see? All right. Keep going. 1 more card, please. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so we're starting out with, all right, we've got the Fool on the bottom, Knight of Cups. So you've got a new start coming in, a new risk, and or if you're female, I mean, you don't really have to be female, but if you're female watching this, there could be a really great offer from a man that is coming in, one when you least expect it in the month of March. It could be one from your past that you've been dwelling on that you're just like, you know the feeling of like, say like you've broken up with somebody, right? And it's like, see her here, it's like she's focused on the spilt milk, okay? So, 3 cups she has lost, and then she's got one over here that's full of like love, abundance, prosperity, and all the things, but her energy is focused in the wrong direction. So, yeah, there's some sort of new start here. With Pisces season, what I love about Pisces is there's a lot of balance that comes in, and there's a lot of like, if there's a time to buy into like the Delulu energy, now is the time, because Pisces is ruled by Neptune, and Neptune is all about like your dreams, and Pisces live in this like fantasy land, like say like the princesses and the princes on like Disney, right? Like in those movies, they want this like very romanticized life, and I love that about Pisces. I'm a Virgo, and so they're like my BFF in the zodiac little circle, and I love this about them because they really bring this like storytelling, this like really beautiful like euphoric energy to the space. And they're very like, they're a mutable water sign, so they're go with the flow, just very, I just love them. But anyway, so like romance is like a big part of their life. And so over here, what we have with the Justice and the 2 of Cups is there's a lot of balance playing out, okay? And also like if something in your past has not gone in a way that, like say there was like, if it's a relationship with someone, a lack of accountability, a lack of responsibility within a relationship, or it's commanding this person that you're interacting with to step up with a higher level commitment, as well as within their integrity. That's a big part. And it's an initiation on the flip side within yourself, okay? So really coming into yourself, really balancing things out in order to create and call in some new creativity, okay? For some of you, this could be a child. If you've been planning to start a family, this is one of them. But yeah, this is really beautiful. This is really beautiful. And then you have the 9 of Cups, which is the wish fulfillment. Just really what you've been asking for is what you're going to receive. Like this is a full-on yes. For some of you, this is an actual baby. And for others of you, there's like 3 different messages here that I'm seeing. One, it's for if you're expecting a child, within the next like 1 to 2 months, that can be planted, as well as with the 9 of Cups here. For me, it's like this new relationship. It's been calling you higher, like your higher self has been calling you higher into higher realms of responsibility, higher realms of really your highest self, really operating from that highest self to come into harmony with who you are, which is really powerful. Like the Empress is really powerful. And I love this depiction of her too, because I'm currently writing a guide for women that talks all about the intelligence of their womb. Now, the Empress is a very motherly energy, so it's very nurturing. It doesn't just mean when this pops out that there is going to be a baby. It depends on what other cards are here. But this is also confirmation that, again, if you are planning on starting a family, this is beautiful confirmation for you, especially getting with what you want. This is really beautiful. And in order to birth whatever creation is coming through, whatever project that you're working on, whatever you're up to in your life that you're really focused on, like manifesting, it's really important that you come into yourself and that you're really listening to your intuition. Mothers have a profound intuition. And so when you choose to listen to her, whether you're a male or female, it doesn't matter the gender that you are. But again, whether you're male or female, males have an intuition too. We're all born with an intuition. And so it's just inviting you into listening to that higher self in order to receive what you want. And for some of you, this is really like, so we have the Queen of Wands next. Queen of Wands with the 10 of Cups in reverse. And then we have the 5 of Wands and the 7 of Swords. So for those of you who don't know much about tarot, that's okay. But in order to, again, bring to life what you're looking for, one, I'm going to start with career. So for some of you, like I mentioned earlier with these oracle cards, that some of you in your career, you're just not fulfilled with the path that you're currently on. And so you could, again, be experiencing this tower moment, or there's just some inner conflict of one, this could be just straight drama, and sometimes drama and evil eye and envy and jealousy and all those things can actually create tower moments. And so it's not just the universe itself, it's other people are intentionally doing that, which this is just to me, this is bullshit. I'm just gonna be straight with you. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. And so you might just be really unhappy. This could also be in a work setting where you're just I'm just fucking done. So the beautiful thing about what these people bring to the table in this experience is that the bullshit, sometimes, again, when we go through these tower moments, the bullshit actually serves because it actually creates that trigger that we weren't naturally listening to in order to get us out. So these people actually play a big role in supporting you in getting you to the next level. The universe is always speaking through to us, not just through the angels and butterflies, the people that we are interacting with from day-to-day basis, is just the universe speaking as they're like a vessel where the universe is speaking through them to us, okay? In just a physical form, because everyone is a spiritual being. So what that does is when you're able to look through the lens and the perspective of everything around me revolves for me in my highest good. And so when these people are spitting the bullshit and causing the drama, it's not about them, it's about you. And it's also not about you, it's about them. It mirrors back to back. So how this is serving you is because it's the call that you weren't answering before, which was creating the tower moment from earlier, is actually inviting you into getting up and leaving so you can be happy. The 10 of Cups, it doesn't stay like that. The 10 of Cups wants to be like this, okay? This is a gratitude card. This is a wish fulfillment. This is emotionally you feel so good. And it's also a family card, okay? And so I'll get to that part in a second, but just what I'm feeling with these tower moments is whatever even relationship that you're not happy in, it's time to change. And especially when it comes to work, the Queen of Wands, she doesn't back down. She knows her shit. She's very confident, which is surprising that she hasn't taken charge. It's this back and forth energy of I'm going to pull another card on it, but it's she knows what she needs to do. Sometimes what can happen is when you are able to sit down and just be really grateful for the things that you have and being grateful for the people who are stirring up some bullshit, because at the end of the day, it's all serving. It's all supporting in your growth. If we didn't interact with people on a day-to-day basis, we wouldn't grow. We wouldn't evolve. Thank you. Okay, so we have the Two of Wands and the Nine of Swords. So one, really this like change, this thing that you're clinging on to, that you're not letting go. It's like you have this plan that you want to do, but you're not executing it enough. And at nighttime, like, you might not be sleeping. You could be thinking about it in your dreams. You could be daydreaming about it, but it's causing you a lot of stress and it's causing you a lot of fear, which is where these can come into as well. So one, it's not good for your mental health to stay where things aren't serving, but it's also great to take a look at, okay, the things around me are causing this within me, but what can I do within me to shift the things that are going on around me? And by doing that, by answering the call, you will then create a different outcome. Two of Pentacles. But you're going to have to make a decision. It's kind of like shit or get off the pot. Shit or get off the pot. Six of Pentacles. Thank you. Yeah. Ace of Wands. One more card, please. Got my dog right here. He always likes to be nosy and be in the mix. Okay. I'll do one more. Or two. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so once you make that final decision, it's like we talked about earlier, it's like coming into your highest self, coming into your flow. And so that's what's going to happen with the universe. It's like the universe, when we can't make a decision, the universe operates in very black and white. And so when we don't operate in that black and white space, what can happen is the universe is just going to throw us bullshit. It's just going to throw us shit in order to be like, okay, do you want this or do you want that? And it's like, no, I didn't ask for that. And the universe is like, okay, then what do you want? Tell me what you want. Yeah, and it's like once you make that decision, which is, again, choosing the emotional fulfillment, choosing the path that feels good to you, even if it doesn't make sense to anyone else, it doesn't have to, because they don't walk in your shoes. They didn't come here with the same mission that you have. It's completely up to you, you know, and you're old enough to make your own decisions in your life. You don't need other people. You don't need your parents to say, hey, you know, I'm thinking about doing this. What do you think? The question they should be asking is, what do you think? What do you want to do? And so once you make that decision that's causing you like stress and anxiety and like insomnia at nighttime, then the universe is just going to be abundant in new connections. You're going to be seeing things. There's going to be paths that open up. Like, I love this because this is like the Hierophant in this card reminds me of like yes, the stairway to heaven, but it's also opening your channel to receive the messages from your guides. Again, like if it's a bird from earlier in this reading, or, you know, it could be butterflies. It could be all of a sudden, sometimes there's things that come through and it's like Jesus parted the sea. Like, you know, it's like when you're so present or something is so loud and you hear the words like a sentence and you know it's not your voice. You know it's something else that's bigger than you that is talking. That's when you like, there's so much clarity within that. And I feel like you've been getting these like hits of being able to take the step. You just have to have the courage. And I invite you into being brave. I invite you into having that courage, because it's either the wolves of the universe, I like to call them. Like, the wolves of the universe are like, it's kind of like that karma that we don't expect, but we call in. Meaning like, it doesn't also mean that whenever there's a challenging time, you just like up and go. That's not what that means. But when you keep getting these little nudges in your intuition that it's time to go, and it's going to come from a very loving voice, like, it's time to go. Or, you know, they'll whisper like, hey, look over here, that interests you, right? You like that? And you're like, yeah, I like that. Like, I love walking my dog at 2 p.m. or, you know, whatever. When we choose to listen to those little whispers of the universe, it's either we can choose to continue to pick up the breadcrumbs, kind of like that game Hot Colds, right? Like, when I choose to pick up those breadcrumbs and like I'm getting hotter and I'm getting hotter and I'm getting hotter, then the universe is going to keep you on that track. There's not necessarily going to be a tower moment. But when I'm just like going against that voice, or I'm going against my intuition and how I feel about a certain situation, then that's where the tower moment happens. Okay. And that's where like the bullshit can get like a lot heavier. Sometimes what this bullshit also commands out of us is to level up. So even if I call it bullshit, but like, you know, it's like, where can I step up in my leadership, which we had the Justice card here. You know, where can I bring peace and balance and harmony into a situation like this in order to create a space that is more elevated, more enlightened. Maybe this situation is actually calling you into higher levels of leadership, which is beautiful. So it doesn't mean you have to go, but it's saying like shit or get off the pot, like make a decision. Otherwise the universe, when the universe makes decisions for us, it's kind of like a parent that like comes down with like, not really their whip, but kind of like the wolves of the universe is like, if I'm not paying attention to the signs and the symbols that the universe is communicating to me, then the wolves of the universe is going to handle it. And I don't necessarily like when the wolves of the universe handle it. It's like everything falls down. The beautiful thing about tower moments is in your life, when the tower moment falls, then you get to ask yourself, what is still standing? And anything that is still standing after a tower moment is something that you can count on and depend on. Like that is solid. Okay, so if a tower moment falls and you've got 2 friends left, okay, say you had 5 friends and the tower moment falls and there's chaos and there's, you know, the BS that comes in. And all of a sudden now you just have 2 friends and those 2 friends are going to bat with you. You know, like the universe is showing you those are 2 friends that you can now count on moving forward as you create and truck on this new path. And so the 2 other cards that came out are the King of Wands and the King of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. Now this is interesting because, you know, you've got fire and you've got earth. You know, the King of Wands, he doesn't back down to anybody. Like he is just like this very egotistical a side of him. He's egotistical. He's typically, you know, you could be dealing with a Leo or just someone like, so a Sag, a Leo, or an Aries. But I always get Leo from this card just because like the strength that he embodies, as well as we have a line in the back and the strength card in tarot is Leo represented. And so but either way, it doesn't matter. Like this person doesn't have to be a fire sign, but they've got this like stubbornness and this fixatedness about them of like, they're like the torchbearer. Okay, they're going to go first. And then you've got this queen who knows her worth. Okay, to me, this is the Beyonce card of the deck. Like, she is just stunning, isn't she? Like, and she's just sitting there like, yeah, like I manifest everything in my life. You know, she knows her shit. She knows her worth. And, you know, she's not going to let just anyone come in and just think that they can fuck her around or mess her around. Let's pull one more card, because for some of you, this could be a relationship where like, it could be also an invitation of like, Beyonce does not chase in her life. The King of Wands will definitely chase you, you know, chase, pursue, whatever you want to call it. But the Queen of Wands is just like, yes, baby, I am her. And to me, the King of Wands is like, I want that. Like, I want that prize. And for some of you, you know, we just got out of Valentine's season too. So, you know, some of the relationships were not fully authentic. Okay, so from what I'm seeing, I just have to share with you what I'm seeing. So, again, this doesn't matter if it's male or female. The energies can be reversed. So just take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. This King of Wands is in pursuit of this woman. Now, the trick part is the Queen, did I say Queen of Wands? It's the Queen of Pentacles. Anyways, so the Queen of Pentacles, again, she's not scared to leave. And I have this sense that for some of you, you're in now this like emotionally detached space when it comes to the partner that you've been dealing with. It's like she's emotionally done. Like, she has poured herself into this relationship. This guy could just have like a really big ego and you're just like done with it. Or this person could have like this like pride in this ego that really like, it's almost like this stubbornness from what I feel that it's gonna bite him in the ass. And the reason why is like, you're just done with more bullshit. It's like, you've seen enough, you've done enough, and now you've retreated a bit, okay? With the Eight of Cups, you've retreated. And when a woman retreats her emotions, this man better watch out. So this man might be coming in because you've emotionally pulled away, but it's something to really consider if this is if this resonates with you, is like, ask yourself, what do you feel the intentions are of this person or this man that keeps coming back when you walk away, okay? It's like when a woman knows her worth and she stands on that shit and she makes you stand on that shit, of course they're going to come running back. But let's see, what are the intentions of the King of Wands? The intentions of the King of Wands. Okay, so it's actually genuine. It's actually genuine. For some of you, this is like the first rodeo from what I'm hearing of like, for some of you, it's very quick. Like when you see a behavior that you don't like from this person, oh, you're quick to just walk because you know what you deserve. And the Queen of Wands, I keep saying the Queen of Wands. Okay, so maybe you're dealing with a fire sign. Yeah, Queen of Wands is like, she's very confident, which, you know, can be exuded here. You could just carry a lot of confidence. You could, you know your worth. You're a very high valued person or woman, and you're just not going to deal with all this. So you walking away is actually inviting the King of Wands to step up into like, when a man knows that a woman will not let him play those games and he wants her, he will step to the plate. And I feel like that's what's going to happen because you have the Ace of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, and the King of Pentacles, which to me is like, they want a commitment, okay? They want a commitment, but they could have been in just like fuckery land where, you know, not every woman had self-esteem or knew her worth. So he was just able to like do what he pleased from what I'm hearing. And to me, from what I'm hearing also is that he used a lot of women. Like, you know, he was a player. He was in the game. You know, he always got what he wanted. But this woman is like, no, you're not going to do that over here in this space. This is not how I operate. And you can either choose to step to the plate or you can say bye-bye. So the reason why this man is going to be coming back is because he does want commitment. And he's going to show up quick. Okay, he's going to show up quick. It's almost like he's going to, like, you're going to be like, whoa. But you're going to be also very cautious of this man that's coming in because the Eight of Pentacles did also fly in. I also got a sense of like, you know, it took you a minute to get to the space of where the Queen of Pentacles is and your worth. And so even if on the inside you're like, I want to feed into this, you've learned enough lessons by now to know, and that's why you're walking. Is like, I just hear, And so with this King of Pentacles, this could also be a man that is coming in and ready to support you. Because with the King of Pentacles, with the Ace of Pentacles, is like, that's a lot of money. Meaning that this person is very solid. So it could be that they have some really great investments that have come into a lot of money. It could be that this person, this like very stable, slow moving energy. Okay. The King of Pentacles takes his time. He evaluates, he knows his worth. And so, you know, it's not that this King of Wands does not know his worth. You just know as the Queen of Wands, it's like, baby, you either meet me here or ta-ta, you know, and very powerful couple, very beautiful couple, very solid, stable couple. This man could also be an entrepreneur. And again, he's just very solid. He's just very solid, and he does know what he wants. And I sense that he could also be older than you. I'm hearing 3 to 5 years. He could be within 3 to 5 years. But for some of you, this could be like a decade. Like this could be... You know, the King of Pentacles, he's also just very loyal. And so with this King of I can't even speak. With this King of Wands, he could just have big energy, you know, that big energy. If you know it. Yeah. He could have that big energy, and that's what has been tripping him up in his love life, because from what I'm being shown is like, you know, this person is very attractive and they're very attracted to you. And it's almost like they've been able to get what they want, and it's like there's no consequences. So there's really no challenge in this person's life, because imagine every person, if they just bow down to you, it's like it gets tiring and it gets boring. So I get a sense that this person really finds you like engaging. They find you like intriguing. They love the different things that you bring to the table, not just like your stability, but I'm getting a sense like you're grounded in your purpose, and you know who you are, and you know what you want, and you know why you're here, and you know why you're here to serve. And this person, especially if they're an entrepreneur, like there's a lot of growth that you can do together, a lot of really powerful things that is also going to bring triggers to other people in the environment. You might even work for this person or work in the same industry. Yeah, this is really nice. This is really nice. You know, and you have to understand that, like, it's not even about this person's money and what they have. Like, yes, that's a piece to it, right? Because every woman wants a man that's able to protect and provide. And when people have resources, they're able to do more with protecting and providing, okay? Because it creates a different experience in the environment. However, this person, their integrity is on point, okay? Like, they're very responsible, they're very kind, they're very generous. They love to give to people. I hear they even love to entertain. They love to entertain. Okay, let's go over here to this deck. Any other messages? And then we're going to pull oracle cards, and then I'm going to send you on your magical way throughout the day. Which yesterday was really cool. It was a 3/3 portal. A 3/3 portal. And if you're like, Alexis, what is that? So yesterday it was March 3rd, which is 3/3. Now, when there's, 3/3 is all about, one, it's the Jesus number, right? So if you're in your year of 33, it's a really powerful, faithful year, that it's a very spiritual year in a person's life, is, year of 33. As well as it's very creative, it's very intuitive, it's very magical, and it's just like a Christ consciousness number. So anywho, okay, Spirit, strongest messages for the collective that is watching this. What messages do the individuals watching this need to hear? Thank you. I'll take that. Me likey. Me likey. Yes, baby. Yes, baby. Yes, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, okay. Okay. How many do we have here? I'm going to get 7. Okay, 6. One more card, please. One more card, please. Man, we've got some, I hear doppelganger numbers, which is just duplicate numbers. You know, they just be funny sometimes. Wow. Whoever's watching this, like, can I have this reading? I get nosy. Let me pull a few more. Wow, shut up. Wow. I have fucking chills. My little hairs are, my dog is like, hello. I mean, it's like every card I'm fucking pulling right now. Okay, here we go. Okay, actually, we'll get one more with this. Or 3. Okay. Okay, wonderful. Okay, so let me start out with this before I get into this. Because, oh my gosh. We have the 6 of Wands. You're like, Alexis, tell us. Let me scoot closer. Okay, we have the 6 of Wands, the 8 of Wands, the 3 of Cups, the High Priestess, okay, and then the 2 of Swords. Let's talk about these cards here first, because 1, hello victory, hello recognition, hello celebration, hello, and it's coming in quick, okay? This is like, let's go have a good time energy. This is a I know what I want energy. This could also, on a side note, be a third party situation. For some of you, this is not going to relate to everybody, but a third party could very well be in the mix of, you know, if you've got that side sugar and you're like, or you meet side sugar and you're like, yes, like this, I hear this bitch be popping off. I have to let you know, my guides are, they're very ethnic. They're very, I don't know how my mom always says, I don't know, Alexis, I don't know how you came in a white girl's body in this life. I really don't either. But hey, this is what I was gifted. I'm here. You know, I'm grateful for whatever color, whatever I am. I'm grateful for the experience here. But my guides are very sassy and they're very blunt. So when you hear things come out of my mouth, like they're very... They've got sass. They're spicy, but man, this is great. This is like, you could also be traveling too, and you could also be like at work. Like for some of you, this could be like you also being recognized. It could be online. It could be social media. It could be, you know, at work. Like you could also be getting a promotion that is also going to celebrate in your success, which we have over here, which I will get to. But this is just really beautiful. This is like really good news coming in and you guys celebrating that. And again, it could also be that third party little sugar that's here to spice things up. Okay, so we have the High Priestess and we have the 2 of Swords. So there is something within this mix that, one, you're not seeing yet, and or you're going to have to make a decision on, because with your intuition, it's like, yes, all these fun in these games from what I'm hearing, but it's also like you still haven't made a decision yet. So this could be a different area in your life, like maybe like in your social life, like things are really kicking off and it like you can really celebrate over there, but then you have like on the other side, when it comes to career, like you're still trying to navigate. Now, this space, it's not necessarily like a bad space to be in. A lot of people don't like to stand in the unknown. And so I personally, like, yes, it's really uncomfortable, but the unknown, imagine like a blank white canvas. You get to paint whatever you want. Like you're gifted like a new opportunity anytime that there's an energy when you have, the only thing you can lean on is your intuition to guide you. And so I feel like by standing on your intuition, you're gonna have, this is beautiful. Like you should really trust yourself. You really should, because you've got the Ace of Pentacles again, you've got the Sun, you've got the Knight of Pentacles, you've got the 9 of Cups, and you've got the World. Like holy new chapters. Like this is like the fuck yes card, like the Hail Mary yes. And so you've got some things that are coming in that are so stable and so solid and that bring you so much joy. Okay. And what's so beautiful is like, these are, I mean, you just by looking at them, you could tell like they're just like really happy. Like these are like really, really good. You've got cycles clearing out. Like you've done the work and your spirit guides are celebrating you. Like you've done the work. And so prepare for new offers to come in, new connections, new like physical connections, not just like, oh, I feel this person in spirit lands. Like I can feel that someone's coming. No, like someone's like actually coming because and they're actually like, it's going to be a lot of fun, which you might actually meet this person when like, if you're going to be traveling, or say like, you could be going overseas because you also have the World card and you have, the 9 of Cups, which is like, you really could be meeting someone if you're going overseas. So just like prepare for that. And you might just be feeling those hits of like, I don't know what's about to come, but I can feel something's about to come. Well, bitch, that shit's about to come. This is about to come. This is amazing. But you've got something like physically, like an offer that's literally going to be handed to you, and it's going to be a really good offer, like really good offer. For some of you, you might even have an offer to like move overseas, go overseas, or move somewhere, and also just starting this new chapter. Like the cycle that you were just experiencing, it's like we put a bow on it and we moved it on over. And now we're flipping the page. We're starting a new chapter. And this chapter is, I'm hearing one that you've deserved. One that you've deserved. You know, you've gone through a lot of challenge and hardship, not just in the past year, like for many years that you've gone through. And it's like, man, Alexis, like, when is it my time? And to me, it's like your time is about to come, but you have to lean and trust on faith and your intuition of where you're being guided to know that you're about to reap. And remember earlier when I was talking about like, you know, where is it? Within these cards, it's like once we finally make that decision to clear things out of the way, then we can receive, because the things that we're not clearing is the things that like the roadblock that's actually stopping us from receiving all of this. And, you know, it's not just like, oh, I'm going to choose to do this just so I can receive. That's not how it works. Remove it because you're genuinely done with it. Remove it because it's actually time and you've done the healing and you've done the inner work to let it go. And so on the other side of that, when there's peace, then that's when the flow happens. And so I'm hearing this is outside energy. So I don't feel this pertains specifically to you, but of course it does because it's within your energy right now. So there's a woman also that could be in the mix of your environment, could be at work, could be a mother, could just some sort of female, a sister, sensing more sister vibes than anything, but that they're hoping for your downfall. This energy is the one that's trying to create the tower moment that's actually serving you. So again, like, just take note of this, but don't cling to this. Like, love on all this stuff that I just shared with you, because this is really good. Now, all of this is just neutral feedback, so just take note on that, where this person, I'm getting just like this very immature woman that is trying to not only take you down, but trying to spread gossip, trying to like, I feel like this person is what's the cause of this over here from earlier in the conversation, right? So when we were talking about the BS that's going on, I feel like this person, you know, when people are jealous and envious of us, the work that you've put in here is what they're inspired by. They're actually inspired by you more than it's like anything like very negative, because that's all haters are. It's just people that are inspired by the work you've done, but don't have the bravery or the courage to do what you've done yet. Okay, because it's a choice. You can choose to evolve. You can choose these uncomfortable situations to advance and further your growth. But they're holding on to, I'm hearing they're holding on to resentment. They're holding on to, and the only person it's affecting is them. Like, it's affecting their health and their well-being from what I'm hearing, then it's yours. Because no matter what energy they keep trying to throw at you, you're about to fucking thrive. Like, thrive. And you are thriving. So this energy, be aware of it, but I really wouldn't pay it too much attention because that's their shit to deal with, not yours. God bless them, as they say here in the South. No, but really bless them because, you know, when we match those people, the people who throw jealousy and envy, when we match that, like, they cancel each other out and you just fuck each other up. Whereas when you've got jealousy and then you've got someone that's evolved, you know, this can't match this. And this does not mean that you're above them, okay? What this does is you're just, imagine like, so if they're throwing the negative low vibrations and you're up here in a higher vibration, what that's doing is we've never seen humans be above the sun. And so when you're down here on earth and the sun is radiating onto you, it's going to expose all the shadows. That's what you're doing to this person, is you're inviting them into a space of growth. You're inviting them into a space of healing. And that's what they're going to get, but it's a choice. Again, they can choose the conscious awareness to evolve, or they're going to get sent to the wolves of the universe. Not everyone here on earth is here to evolve. Some people are just here to experience the experience, and that's it. Like, they just go through the same cycles. This could be like an earth year or an earth life where they just experience the same things over and over until their next life. But never underestimate the power of planting a seed in someone's life, because seeds implant people, and when they implant, they then, over time, whether it's in this life or the next, it eventually sprouts. So water them with love, water them with grace, water them with compassion, because we get to give them what, one, we're going to give to ourselves, and two, what we would love for other people to give to us too. Like, they deserve that as well. They deserve that. And some of you are like, Alexis, like, no, they don't. Like, they're evil. No, they do. Like, everyone deserves that. Everyone deserves a fair chance. And again, when we are talking about the justice with the Two of Cups and it was the Two of Cups and the Empress, you know, the space of calling you higher, operating from that higher self, that, you know, you get to be the example for these people. Whether it's at work or it's in life or it's like at the gym, like wherever it is, like, you get to embody a higher embodiment to then influence the people around you in your community, which then influences like ripples. Okay. We're going to do 3 oracle cards, please, of the highest messages, please. What does this lovely spirit need to hear? 3 cards, please. Here, almost. Compassion! We were just talking about this. I love when this stuff happens. So we have compassion. Release judgments about yourself and others. And focus on the love and life that is within everyone. We literally were just talking about this. Aligned. Divine passion. Be honest with yourself. What's your heart's truest desire? And here's a bird! And he just flew off. That's also alignment. Thank you, Papa. Okay. Maybe we'll do 4. Okay. And then we have the Sorceress. And it says, you are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. And then we have Be Strong, which says, you are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. Okay, so I've got a couple things coming through. One, I love that we were just talking about compassion and how we get to gift people the same things that we would love gifted to us. And when we understand that our energy is what influences the room, that I know that I can walk into a space and my energy can shift it itself, because you are an energy shifter. And when you know that and you're conscious of it and you step into a space, people are going to be triggered by that, one. But two, you invite them into the same energy that you're giving out, and they're receiving it. So there's going to be some people that they're just going to receive it like it's water, like it's nourishment. And then there's going to be other people that it's going to take a minute. It's going to activate some part of them that then is going to invite them into healing. And so wherever people are at in the space around you, really honor that and really uphold what you would want to receive, because that also creates a neutrality, right? So we were talking about, like, when people are here, they mirror each other. Now when someone's in a higher vibration and someone's down here, we're inviting them higher by shedding light on them. And so again, focus on that love and light within. Now, divine passion, it's saying be honest with yourself. What is your heart's truest desire? This ties back into the beginning of the reading when we were talking about clearing the space so your authenticity can show up and thrive. And so the only way that a space can be fully cleared energetically is when your authentic self comes out to play. And so the tower moment, whether it's at work and you're clearing out, like trying to decide like what path that you want to forge yourself on, answering the call within your heart is what's going to be the biggest blessing for you, from what I'm hearing. With the sorceress, now it's saying that be mindful of the intentions that you have, because you're actually more powerful than you realize when it comes to your manifestations. And I was saying earlier that your thoughts are answered prayers. Every thought becomes an intention. So when you're clear on the intentions that you want to create, you're literally going to manifest all the shit you want. And hello, all the things that you want live right here. Beautiful. And then we have be strong, being stronger than you think you are, or knowing that you're stronger than you think you are. And your strength assures a happy outcome. Again, when you're in alignment with your heart's desire, you naturally become strong, because the messages you hear, like your intuition, the hits that you get, it's almost like when you choose to show up to the line, meaning when you choose to show up to the gifts that you are, the gifts that you bring out into the world, and to every space that you're in, whether you're by yourself in your house or you're out and about in the world, when you step up to that line and you choose yes in that moment, because life is a game of yes and no, in moment to moment. So when you step up and you're like, yes, I want that, it's almost like doing a rep at the gym. Like, yes, I want that. Yes, yes. And you're becoming stronger every time you take a step towards the calling of your heart and the calling of your guides and your highest self. That's really beautiful. This is really nice. I know we're like an hour deep in. I wasn't expecting it to be this long, but wow. I'm so happy for you. And again, if you feel called to go further with me or dive into specifics, this is just like a general reading, then I have linked below the link for my calendar, so you can jump into a session if you feel called to. Otherwise, I'm just so grateful to be here and to share these messages, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, blessed, very loving and empowering day. Namaste. Bye.